Catch me, I'll be on my mission. Catch me, candid for these lenses. Catch me, one day whipping in these Benzes. Catch me, catch me, catch me. Catch me, like we playing on. Roll one, and you gon' sing along. Hey, sip some, and you gon' get your dance on. Catch me, catch me, catch me, yeah. Drowning in ambition now.
What's up, people? It's your boy Craziekind out here, coming to you live with another episode. Actually not live, it's actually just a pre-recorded episode, but you don't need to know that. I'm your host for today. It's Caleb, like I said earlier on, and I'm coming to you with Feroh, the African prince out here, looking out all cool. We both looking cool on the couch. We're representing, bro.
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes. Oh, we all know the vibes out here, brother. Thank you for coming on the show, bro.
It's a pleasure,
I appreciate you coming out here, representing out here, bro. We have so many things to dwell into, and I want the audience to just know what do they expect. Let's get into it, man. Tell us, man. Feroh, who are you, bro?
Damn.
It's a tough question.
That's a tough one, especially the fact that I chose Feroh. One is that so just a brief history about pharaohs. Spiritually, pharaohs possess the ability to basically ascend or descend from a specific being to a different being. So they could shapeshift from like a demigod to like a normal human being and those type of things. And I wanted to embody those characteristics through my music. So that is also one of the reasons as to why it's stuck with me.
So Feroh is not your real name?
No.
Oh. So you got fans out there who want to know your real name? Or are you gonna keep it low key?
It's low key for now.
Oh, sure.
It's
undercover with the shades, keeping it hiding.
Yeah,
hiding the truth.
The thing is,
what's happening?
The thing is, not many people can pronounce it.
Oh.
And that's why I just refrain from using that.
Okay.
And I have like a
Feroh.
Yeah.
Feroh Royal, man. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So my name is Aurel.
Aurel.
It's in French.
Oh, okay.
It's Aurel. A-U-R-E-L. Full name is Marcus Aurel. But then...
So Marcus Feroh.
Aurel. Aurel.
Okay, I'm not gonna even try it. I'm not even, just gonna leave it at Feroh because that's dope.
Yeah, you understand.
I get it now. I get it. You want to represent Feroh.
Yes.
Low key, look like Blade though. Come on, Blade.
Oh snap! Yeah.
Guys,
that's legendary.
Comment down below. Doesn't he look like Blade to you, bro? With the glasses out there. Bro.
That's legendary. So embodying different characteristics within my art, and in my time, that would be different forms of artistic expressions. I'm also Congolese by birth, but South African by culture, and then.
So you grew up in the hood in South?
Yeah, like.
So you speak the slang?
Yeah. Like,
hey.
Like if we gotta take it there, we can take it there.
Okay. So you grew up in a rough area.
Yeah, man. I grew up from Mandalay to Maitland.
Snap, you've been moving out there.
And then, most of my teen years was Kensington and Atlantis.
Oh, snap, okay.
Yeah.
Speak a little bit Afrikaans.
Yeah, a lot actually. Like at my
you went to the public school, so you had to learn, eh?
Yeah, I had to learn. And who am I?
So it's French, English, and Afrikaans.
So I speak French, English, a little bit of Xhosa.
Okay.
Afrikaans, Pidgin. And Lingala, Pidgin. So it's a West African version of English.
Okay.
Like Nigerians, Ghanaians, Kenyans would speak
snap.
So
Yeah, dope, man. Tell us about your music career. Where did that develop? How did that?
Age 9.
At 9.
I fell in love with poems.
So you write poems as well?
I don't think I write them now, but I think then I liked reading them. And the fact that they rhymed, I liked I thought that was smart, like how people would put words together. So literature.
So you were good in English in school? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And language in general, even my Afrikaans was really, not so much the maths.
Yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but the language is on point. 9, I like literature and I started writing my own. And then my dad, who's a film director, basically introduced me to the media world by like bringing me on set and into studios and me seeing that, and I liked what I saw in studio and heard in studio. Basically, it's people turning nothing into like something.
Something
that was cool, and I wanted to be part of that. And yeah, man, I did my first song for one of his documentaries, which was about me.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically how I got into music.
That's really dope. So tell me about your type of music that you
I make.
Do you make, yeah?
I wouldn't say there's a type of music I make. So I think of it like this, yeah. I think of it as each one of us as musicians and as artists. If this was back in the days of the pharaohs, you would be a prophet.
Yeah.
I would be a prophet. He'd be a prophet. She'd be a prophet, and she'd be a prophet. So like, each one of us are gifted with a certain message or talent, and to a certain measure, however you develop that, it's based on you. So now, if you have to come deliver an item or a song, but back then would be like a message. How we receive that, it can either be entertaining or it can be alarming. We could be like, oh shit, like this is some serious things that's being addressed.
You reference a lot of Egyptian knowledge.
Yeah.
Are you like studying that, or?
I've studied a lot, yeah. Like I actually,
because you reference it a lot, you know. Have you been to Egypt just to like be in that space?
I feel like spiritually I might have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like...
Spiritually you have like a pharaoh in you, you know, like the incarnation of someone in the...
I mean, initially, if we take away all the Western ways we've learned, if we take away all the modern ways that we've learned and of dressing, we'd all just be in Africa chilling, naked with gold.
So you classify as you're spiritual or like religious?
Nah, spiritually. Yeah, I don't believe in religion.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me about the music, the business you have for
Royal Dynasty.
Royal Dynasty, yeah.
So in 2015, I was signed to a record label. Prior to that, I've always wanted to set up my own company, but as a foreigner, it has always been hard to establish that. Why? Because of the way South Africa's legislation is set up with regards to documents and foreigners having certain documents, and that has always been a stress. Even though I've been here that long, it's always a stress to get into like the official documentation. And my way of surviving was just producing for people and making music, but then I also saw a need in my community, which was at the time Alsace River. And I thought, man, like there's so many talented kids out here, but first of all, the first stigma you get is drug addicts and gangsters, and I wanted to change that narrative because I thought like, yo, why can't the hood have their own Chris Brown? Why can't the hood have their own Jay-Z? Why can't we have our own Beyoncés and etc.? But then like, I set up a studio in town, and from there, I basically was connected to like now the Nigerian market. So a lot of Nigerian artists coming in and out of the studio. And one thing I learned from that was there was capital, because they wouldn't negotiate finance. Like you tell someone you would pay this and they'd pay that because they knew they were going to push the music. Whereas by in the hood, people are more prone to like negotiate with you because the struggle is real in the hood. And so then this label signed me, and through being signed, I just discovered that there's so many things that I studied music, music theory and engineering.
Okay, where did you study music?
Cape Music Institute.
Okay.
So I studied there, and when I was signed, I just discovered that, man, there's so many things business-wise these people do not have on point, because they just signed me out of the passion. They didn't sign me because there was a business plan, there was no model for the artist, there was no vision and so forth.
So this is what Royal Dynasty does. They build their vision, build models for artists to build their brand.
Yes, basically, and that's basically what sparked the company.
Okay. So you mentioned the different K-flats, like Alsace River and all that. Yeah. So with your company, how are you involved in community and uplifting?
So when the birth of the company was in the hood, like before it was registered and everything, it was so I had a Wendy house like coming up. I had a Wendy house in the yard, and this Wendy house, instead of like me always have like, so my whole team, all my from the age of 20 to 20, I'm 29 now. now. But
Recently or
yeah, like 29 this year.
today?
No.
Oh, so say happy birthday.
And I've always had I've never really had an apartment or a bed and a couch and that's it. My place has always just been a studio because
just a bunch of guys come in your room.
Just coming. It's not even a room. It's dead as a studio. It was a studio. There was a booth. There was a control room. It was literally just that. And I would literally sleep in the booth, right?
The hustle is real, bro.
Yeah, whenever I would leave, but no one would know that I stay there when they come during the day, right?
Oh, okay.
And that is basically, so what I would do is every Saturday or Friday, coming from university or from college, I had gear, so I had a live system. We would basically go to we'd be 1 hour in Belleville performing for the kids. Why? Because usually when kids come from school, there's nothing else for them to do in the hood, either than sit on the corner.
So you just let them come to the studio and just jam it out,
Yeah, so I had a specific group that I was working with, that I was grooming, and we were doing a lot of things in the hood. But then what we did was we would try to also go out of our hood and keep other kids busy with arts. So we would have freestyle sessions where they would freestyle, dance off, so they would dance off, and for an hour of their day we would keep them busy. And then how we also capitalized on that is it was still the age of CDs, so we would sell CDs and split it amongst us, or get a Gatsby and a 2 liter. So it was really lit, and we would do that. So we'd go to Belleville, Bahar, basically tour the whole Cape Flats for that day. Then Saturdays another location. Fast forward being signed and not seeing any of that, I was just nah, man. First of all, it's not just about having the money, because the label had money, and it's not also just about having the equipment, because they had access to all this high-end equipment, but it's also about one, understanding the system, and by the system I mean the entire system, how we all just forced from education into a slave trade, as opposed to being trained to be independent. The same thing should happen in music. We should be teaching artists that we sign to yo, this is how this works. This is how you read contracts. This is what that means, and so now you can set yourself up. You don't always have to need me, but while you are with me, learn what you can learn from me, and then when the time comes for you to go do your own thing, you can do your own thing.
So why do you think that's not happening a lot of the time?
Why?
Yeah.
One, the record label module was not established by people of color. And arts or the industry.
And you trying to break that barrier.
Yeah. Not even break it, man. I'm trying to create a whole new different system whereby we have control. You as an artist, if you have an idea, I have to pay you for that idea. I don't have to go through
different preachers.
Why? Okay, cool. You're an artist, or you have an artistic and creative idea, so you would need a manager, because in today's age you're a company basically within another company, right? So I'm the label, then you're the artist, and then I have a manager between you and the label who's managing you. But if I can teach you the fundamentals of managing yourself, then it's as simple as, look, I'll do the show, this is how much you need to pay me. If you don't want to pay me, it's cool, I'll move on. And just discipline yourself enough to be okay, look, I want to work hard for this. So every day I'm at studio, every day I need to accomplish this. Every week I have a goal. And yeah, man, we've just been. I think that's basically it, man. The goal is to make you self-sufficient, because I believe the more you know, the less they can
it's all about networking and having connections as well.
Yeah. But ultimately being your own
boss.
Yeah. You understand?
And being confident in yourself that you are valued.
And also knowing when to say no. Sometimes we're coming from the hood and there's not a lot of finance, so it's every opportunity you wanna.
So you don't believe even if you come from the hood, it's an opportunity, but you feel okay, you can't really say no now. I mean, it's something you have to start small. Or do you
yes, no. You have to start. It doesn't necessarily, because small can be budget, or it can be quality, right? So like your quality is not as good as AKA, but content-wise, you're just as good or better, right? So like now you're like, should I drop this song or don't drop it because it's nothing compared to AKA right now? But like if you track back AKA's like music career and you find the old stuff, you find that but he also didn't start with the quality he has now, but he started
it's a
somewhere.
progress, it's a journey.
So you could say I just feel like, man, start with, if you're recording off a phone, if you're making videos off a phone, you're recording your music off a phone. My first song was on a SingStar mic. Like a PlayStation, those PlayStation mics? Yeah, so like I got that, and then my first song was recorded on that, and I played that to like my peeps on school, and for them,
it was fire.
They were like, yo, this is fire, dog. And for me, I was like, is it really though? But the fact that they encouraged me, like my ego was like, I should do more.
It shows you can use your imagination to accomplish anything. You're not limited to anything, because a lot of people, like they're hesitant, it's like, I don't have the proper set stuff. Then I feel discouraged not to do the things they want to do. But as a creative, an artist is a creative, all-around creative. They use their mind to like come with ideas.
Different ideas. And rightfully so. Like if I recorded something or shot something on a camera or on a phone and then brought it to you, I don't know what gifts you possess. So as soon as you see, dude, this is where you're lacking, you might be like, yo, I want to join on your journey because I can add value here. Yeah, I see the potential. So instead of you shooting, I'll shoot for you. Yeah.
Because a lot of people that like they can get all the equipment, everything, but they wouldn't know how to work those things. True. They wouldn't appreciate what they have. That start from the bottom and actually working to the top, and you'll be like, okay, this is like. Then you realize, wait, I don't need all this fancy stuff because I've worked with the little that I have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Totally.
So Feroh, tell us. You said you work helping the community in Cape Town. You from Congo, have you also been back into your home?
Never.
Into how about
never.
Are you planning in the future? Or?
I'm planning, but I would like that to happen through my music. Yeah, so possibly like.
Do you think that you're well known that's how through your music?
Through my family and my dad's influence, I have. There's awareness, but it's not commercially. Okay. So, but yeah, there's awareness.
So one day you will be out there traveling doing tours.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. You say you also were MC, eh?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So coming up, I was about 17 at the time, and Winter Wonderland was like the thing in Cape Town, and Winter Wonderland was basically an under 18 party turn up event for like under 18 kids from school and so forth. And I was pushing.
Who remembers those things? Winter Wonderland.
Yeah, it's way back.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine, Ethan, or E-Boy, also an artist, basically plugged me on to perform. And when he saw how the crowd was interacting with my music, he was like, yo, why don't you just try MC for me, like as a favor, like just try and keep the crowd, entertained, and then, I had to, because he was organizing the event. And initially he was supposed to do that. But then I did it, and from Winter Wonderland, I did that for like 5 years. And then from Winter Wonderland, when they shut that down, they started like these EDM Secrets of Summer fests and so forth. And then they moved me from Winter Wonderland onto those events. So like from like your under 18 crowd, and I moved on to like your full on white crowd, like EDM, like energetic, but I adapted though, because I was like, okay, cool. As long as I'm myself, regardless of where the setup is, as long as I'm just
being
Feroh,
yourself.
I feel like it should be enough.
Just being genuine.
And then through that, I was offered a gig at a club. At the time, Chase and Timber, and then I started doing my MCing. Club MCing there, which is now a whole different crowd, because in the club it's literally like theatrics. It's like everyone is there to show off or make like a statement. So it's not the same as just being. It's not just pure energy anymore. It's not just like me on the stage going on the left to the right, waving hand. No, now it's like bro, I dig your watch, man. You're fresh.
Oh, okay.
Baby girl, you're looking fire. It's yada yada
So
yada.
it's not fun anymore. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's fun, but it's just like now I have to play with egos.
Oh, so you have to pretend to be something you're not.
No, not
You know,
really.
put on a mask, put on a, like a.
Sometimes.
Put shades on it and be like.
Yeah, sometimes because for example, man, like if you really I think I have good taste in fashion. So if I really don't think you look good, my job description is to make you feel good regardless.
Okay.
Even though I feel like, bro, you're just wearing designer tags and it's not transcending.
But some people can just be like a humble guy and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna let my music speak for itself, you know, instead of just trying to impress other people.
No, but I'm saying in the club now.
Oh, in the club.
Yeah, in the club it's different now.
And it wasn't like that in the past.
It was not. It was just vibes, pure vibes.
Speaking of that, you've been in the industry for a long time now.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new generation?
One, I think they're smarter. And I think that, like back in the days, and when I say back in the days, I mean when we had to sell CDs, when you literally had to be like, yo, bro, do you want to buy my CDs? And now you had to prove yourself. That's not there anymore because now
Everything online.
everything's online, and because everything's online, I can influence it by Facebook marketing or promoting. I can post an ad and send it out. If you see a whack song enough times, that song is no longer whack. Because because I'm like, first time I see a song, okay, let's say I see Gucci Gang, right? Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Everybody knows the song. I see it one time, I'm like, what? This guy he's just saying Gucci Gang the whole time, right? Compared to AKA who's going bar for bar, Casper who's going bar for bar. You understand? This guy's just going Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci. Okay, cool.
Like
you see it.
There's the kids like the hype, you know, the hype it up.
And you're like, man, this song is whack. She sees it, she's like, this song is whack. But now 20 people see it and they go,
Gucci Gang,
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci. Eventually we're like,
you start getting used to the hype.
Used to it. And that's now the thing. Now it's like, is it good because it's good, or is it good because we just got comfortable with it?
And how it started a trend and a lot of people hype it up.
And now music has grown to that way now. People say, oh, now it's the kids, you know, it's about the kids now. But I feel like it's always been like that. Like when AKA came up, he was still fairly young. Casper fairly young. So now it's just a matter of content that is being pushed.
So
now.
it's not about quality, it's about just how many can you just get out there and get it on a hype train.
It's literally about the hype.
And the industry as a whole, like, have you seen any progress, people working with one another, or are they divided even more?
Divided even more.
Why do you think so?
Like I said, because now it's like a catch-22. It's like, it's cool, you've got smarter because you've understood that now you can do things on your own financially. Like if you've got a bag or you come from a wealthy family, and I could go to you, I could be like, yo, dude, let's shoot a music video. Can you record a song for me? Can that person write for me? I have zero contribution except for my financial contribution to it, right? Now we have a project. Now we release the project again. Now I fund it to go viral. And it goes viral, and now I'm that kid. So I don't need you or the other person because I had to pay you guys for all of that. So now when someone else says, oh, let me collaborate, you want to collaborate, come to find out that it's not even, you didn't even write the song. Like you're not even an artist, come to think about it. So, or you're not even, it's tough. And in terms of wanting to work together, we don't really, our morals have kind of been twisted a bit. So you might be like, oh man, I got this fat ass bitch, and I'm like, man, I don't wanna rock with that. And then,
so your music is more about respecting women.
Not all the time, but I don't bring women down.
Okay.
Say that, like I will use the B word. If the song needs it, like if I'm in a sexy mood and I feel like, yo,
just like rock with it.
I wanna. Yeah, that's also one thing. So I come from a lot of people don't know it, but I come from a very church upbringing.
So you said you're not religious, but
that's exactly why I'm not religious. It's because I come from that.
Oh, so you're rebellious now, huh?
No, I'm not not rebellious, man. It's just that like.
So you go back home now, the fathers be like, hey, why didn't you come to church anymore?
Nah. I wish.
Are they still on your case?
Nah, they're not. Like pretty much. My dad wanted me to be a doctor.
Oh,
I'm sure you can relate. Congolese parents, they say you need to be.
At least you still studied engineering and music.
Yeah.
That's something, you know.
So I just feel like, and that's where it came down when I said, as an artist, like you are a prophet, right? So like, call a spade a spade. Religion teaches us to cover up dirt with like sugar.
Oh, okay.
Whereas,
like you will be forgiven if you pray. If
it's
you
like, bro, if you wake up in the middle of the night, right, and you stamp your foot against the edge of a bed, you're not gonna go, oh Lord. You're gonna say, oh shit. You know, that's going to be your natural reaction. But church was, no, don't use, just put, like, wait, how did I think of spirit? Why was that a spiritual moment? You know?
So Feroh, also like there could be an artist there that wants to work with you. Are you open for that? You know?
I'm more than open to
artists.
that. Like, I'm actually more open to working with
the local community artists.
Rather than like.
Then there's brats.
Get your man. Get your man.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Say it.
Cut that. No, but there's there's humble kids out there that just want to give them the opportunity. They're hustling hard on the streets, you know. Yeah,
because I feel like half the time, you know how they say you don't want to meet your heroes or like your role models and all that. Because one, we went from selling, so the industry went from selling music to now selling lifestyle. Like we're no longer selling music. People either rock with you because they're like,
your nice things.
Your nice things, yes. It's really about your music. Like nobody goes, oh, Cardi B's a dope writer. People go, oh, she said, I want you to park that Big Mac, you know? So it's the lifestyle.
And the kids don't even know what it means, and they're like, oh, okay.
So lost in translation type of thing.
What's happening?
Thumbs up.
One more question. Okay, so for those individuals watching us, so like, how can I connect with you in terms of like working with you?
Sure. So like
phone calling to the office line?
There is a number, 061. Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
061 242 6409. That's the studio line. If you guys any inquiries, we also do consulting with regards to like your
for
vision
free?
and nah, it's not for free.
Man, these kids don't have money.
No, they have money. They just spend it on lean and other things. They have money.
So what can they come with like 100 rand? Set the budget.
Nah. This is the thing. Wait, can I add this? This is the thing, right? So like you want to be big, like you want to be the superstar, right? You want these corporate brands to come to you and invest in you, but you're not even willing to invest in you.
Oh, I see.
So you kind of like ripping those corporate brands off because they're going to look at you and be like, why should we come to the party if you haven't even done half the work? Like, how am I going to give you $1 million if you haven't even put 100K up? Or at least half of that, so we could see, oh, this guy really needs our money.
So even regardless if we don't have money, they must make an effort to try at least.
Because and this is straight up, like I don't see how I can add value to you if you don't add value to yourself.
For sure.
Because when I stop adding value, what's going to happen? You're just going to go back to
your past,
to your former state. So but they can find me on Instagram at Feroh Royal. That's FEROYAL, Feroh Royal. I'm not that big on Twitter, but Instagram is like mine.
And what piece of advice would you give those artists? You know, like trying to make it out
aspiring artists. Don't wait till you have the crazy equipment. Start with whatever you have now. Collaboration is key because you never know who you meet. Stay humble regardless of how many barriers or levels of success you might think you have achieved, because when you get to the next level you discover there's a higher level to get. and love yourself, man, and be true to yourself. Like, if you want to make songs about what's actually going on in your life. Do not, fans will they'll catch you out. Yeah,
Don't be fake.
Yeah, be like, if you are in that trap house, that bando, that small house, it's cool. If you're in that big house, rap about that, because the right people will connect with you. Don't try to steal someone else's fan base.
Don't be someone else, be you.
Yeah, be you.
Shout out.
And always be you.
For sure. Feroh, thank you so much, brother, for coming out. I just need to take these glasses out,
Hey,
show the people out
that's
there.
for the ladies, I swear.
Yeah, smooth.
That's for the ladies. I need to see them.
The Prince of Africa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming, taking your time for the day, and I just wish you all the best going forward, brother.
Bless up, man.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much.
On that note, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Catch me.
That was so cool.
Catch me. Catch me if you can.